9-to-5 workers versus streamers debate. What is harder? I want to see this. I'm very interested. I'm very intrigued. I have my own set of I didn't watch this video. I don't know why it's 35 seconds. I have my own set of thoughts and beliefs on this. So I want to see what this is hitting for. Let me see.
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Wait, people get triggered. Wait, hold on. Are they gonna be triggered in this video? He sounds triggered. What the hell?
Your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job isn't
chill.
dangerous.
You would have to actually have to go to work.
And
Went to school, and still.
and paid rent.
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're high. You're hungover.
You guys are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Okay, this is kind of good. This is gonna be a banger. I got this is a good one. FaZe was trolling. This is gonna be a good one. Cause yeah. It's an interesting conversation. Chat, who has it harder, streamers or 9-to-5 workers? Because I'm wondering if I should just tell you my opinion now or wait till the end of the video. Because I have my own opinion on it. Streamers, 9-to-5 streamers, so they know. I think that there's different pluses and negatives to both. I think 9-to-5 workers, it's way harder, bro. Because I have a different set of beliefs on that, though. I just can't be told what to do at any time. Like, it's hard to wake up every single day, do the same exact thing every single time because somebody else is telling you to do it and they're holding money over your head, and that's the only way you can actually survive, by doing this day in and day out. Streaming is hard because of the creativity behind it, the parasocialness, the dangers behind it, but it's easy hard, you know? 9-to-5 is definitely way harder. But it's also easier because you have a set thing that you do every day, so you don't have to do anything different. Streamers, you gotta keep updating and adjusting and changing. Let me stop yapping. Let's watch the video because they're probably gonna say the same shit I'm saying. Motherfuckers will watch you sleep.
How's it going?
Same different day.
Mail carrier. What's up, James?
Okay, all right. So my argument here is that
Lazy has cultivated a substantial. Okay, all right.
streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9-to-5.
Facts.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9-to-5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up. You go, you flip some patties, maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're
turns
a mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and
They're laughing, but they don't understand. Like, I see both sides. You feel me? I lived on both sides of the law. But like,
listen, man, I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of
Bullshit.
people critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought we
You
have.
guys got it made, man. I wish I had
We
it made
don't-
like y'all.
we don't have
I
to go-
wish.
but then when you get here, you realize you don't wish you had it made because it's not fucking easy. I'm still out, yo, bro.
Sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the
the
next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day,
God, I
and
have to
got
stream
dogs,
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
high energy,
I wish I
24/7.
could be at home like you and get back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around.
Man,
We're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit
stuff.
I got to slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I got to work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have.
That's the same thing with streamers, though. Kind of. Like, you can have leftover subs that are still subscribing if you're not doing it, but I don't know.
Have a guaranteed
pay if you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
got to work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
just
get paid
to
either.
accumulate.
We don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have
All
people,
right, he's trolling.
people in the chat
I like
spamming
this
L's.
guy, bro. He's funny.
Oh, this is bullshit. We don't like this video. We have to create content. Think about- Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me
Instead of-
24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F does not define shit.
And then there goes another conversation about how it's not easy because in order to get to where those guys are, it's Very fucking hard to get to the top. So streaming is hard because you could be doing that shit and then get no traction. Like this guy. How the fuck you a mail carrier? I don't know. I don't like fake Jordan.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
Keep facts. People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a homeboy.
Yeah, you right, homeboy. You right. But check this out, my nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's
What
got something
bag?
she wants to say.
Oh my God.
The postal bag? So you can deliver the rest of the I'm sorry. I'm not, all right, that's not what I'm doing. I'm sorry, that's not.
Gosh, wait, we're seeing a flag.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
This is a good video. This is a good video.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did that?
Yeah.
Because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day.
I could never imagine. Oh my God, that shit. That's why I would say 9 to 5. It's harder because, like, nigga, that shit. What? Doing something against your will? Hell no.
Get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey's Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey's Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that special?
That is difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's going to last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would
Job.
you do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had
All your
nothing. No one
YouTubers? What the
watched
fuck
you
is he
anymore.
talking
I
about?
didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work. I'm just cussing you.
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn
yeah, but
around.
you're proving my point.
You would have to
proving
turn
my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have
Other
hundreds
job
of people lined up.
opportunities.
You go cook
That's
over
what I'm
here, cook
saying.
over
It
there.
goes both ways. It's a dumbass argument, but I like it because it's cool.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef.
You
Exactly.
could be
I don't
eating off
have that
sponsors.
security.
You can't continue having sponsors after the contractual date if you don't have no more motion. Like there's nothing that there's no value you can offer to that company. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna lose your sponsorship.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 Loco cans. I gotta make sure.
Yo,
like,
I
I gotta
fuck with
make
this
sure I get
dude,
the
man.
4 Loco can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
It's stupid.
35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing.
Thugs?
But
Why does
in
he have
the
that
South,
tattoo? It's
a
fake.
whole lot of racism back in the 60s and the 50s. People didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So, yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get
Rhonda,
spoiled.
can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done it?
You get spoiled. No. You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving
we all
it to you.
struggle growing up.
Because
Guys, I got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda.
I
got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30
Dead ass.
days straight.
24/7.
Hours a day.
Day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about.
That ain't even half it. So you just proved his point. Oh, damn.
30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it
you
is
a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
You
When have you
clean
ever
up
ran? You
vomit,
never ran a 3-minute
You
ad.
pass trays. You short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now
It's fake
think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person. We call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and
I
judging
got
you.
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex.
I got
in
caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. And that's a big problem with younger people.
She's
You
taking it
care
to
about what-
where she's moving the goalposts. What the fuck are you talking about? Excuse me, Rhonda. Much respect, though. You know what I'm saying? I gotta respect my
people think,
elders.
social media, what they say about
Because
you.
that's our
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
Yo, don't be yelling at Rhonda, Jason. All right? Don't be yelling at
They say
Rhonda.
about
Because
you.
that's our
That's
job.
our
I didn't mean to rewind it,
You
by the
said you're a
way.
nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, brother.
Rage
We're
bait.
saving thousands, you're saving one.
They do have, everybody has a point, bro. This is about your understanding level, bro. You can understand some shit. All right, we got a young worker.
So you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that-
Occupation, and they ain't got no job. Why are we listening to him? This nigga ain't got no job. He don't know how to stream or work a 9 to 5.
guys.
What the fuck?
All right, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that
You said,
guys-
nah, dude, streamers got no point. Well, hold on. Are you being closed-minded right now? You being closed-minded right now? How don't they have a point? Other than the rage bait, obviously. So you don't think streaming's hard at all? Like, it's not hard at all? Like, you think it's easy? I just want to know. Like, I'm curious. Does anybody in chat think streaming is easy? I'm just wondering.
None of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
he part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers.
Is
All
he
these
part of the
people
face
back here
team?
are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you hit, bro. I don't know why he even just said that. Pause. But I know for a face, the work I do is way harder than a streamer's job. No, that's not the question. I'm asking you if you think streaming's hard at all. I'm not asking if you think it's harder than your job. I'm asking if you think streaming's hard.
If it wasn't for us, though.
He snapped so hard he made him
I
clap.
would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9 to 5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
She laughing.
Why the fuck they laughing? What the fuck they laughing for?
Bro, she making me mad. I actually feel like they're wrong.
David Ronaldo streams are high energy and entertaining, often featuring Fortnite gameplay, funny reactions, and interactive moments with fans. Known for his humor and loud personality, keeps his audience engaged with constant conversation. I recall. You ain't know I could read that fast, did you? Y'all ain't even know I could read that fast. You ain't even, y'all saying you stupid, you slow. 23,000 views.
I am Chris.
This is kind of like the actor versus 9 to 5 shit. It's the same shit, right?
Chris, why do you think a 9 to 5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%.
Yeah.
You have security.
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier for 9 to 5 people to have a job because their pay is guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
so you're
like-
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
Well, let's just
That's
say
one of the
you gotta come to
factors.
Perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier
than being a streamer.
I like the way he's very well spoken. I like this. This is good. I ain't downplaying streamers and the effort that goes into it, but working in the oil field is harder in any and all ways, not disregarding the effort that goes into streaming, but overall can't side with the streamers. Full-time streamers, not you, Pookie. Oh, wait, you doing shots at me? I'm just asking a question. I'm not a full-time streamer, you're right. Again, I'm not comparing your job to streaming. I was just asking if you think streaming is hard. That's it. But your job probably is hard as fuck. And like I said, working 9 to 5 is hard as fuck, especially if you're doing manual labor. That's very fucking hard. Okay? But this is a conversation where it's like, because you go through something doesn't mean somebody else isn't going through something. You know what I'm saying? So you're having a hard time working where you work, but it doesn't eliminate the fact that these people and me are having a hard time doing this. You know what I'm saying? You can both coexist having difficulty. It doesn't have to be compared to each other like, oh, this is harder, this is harder. Both of them is hard. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But manual labor, salute, because, yeah, that shit is taxing. But you probably strong as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, no, fuck you. It's actually easier for you because you probably got a six-pack and abs and thick-ass arms, and you get all the bitches. It's not hard for you. I don't feel bad for you at all, you sexy bitch. I'm sorry. That was, all right, you know what? Let's get it together. My fault. My bad. I can't equate hard labor to being difficult as much because at least you know what you're doing when you're using your brain to think critically. To solve problems, that makes you stress at night. That's a different game. Thank you. I agree with that. So it's just different levels, different aspects of this conversation. Because, again, 9 to 5, you have a designated job. You know exactly what to do. You're told what to do. In this field, bro, you have to think outside the box, and you could be wrong every single day. You only get right one time a week. You have to deal with, although it's like boo-hoo, you got to deal with hate. That shit can become very taxing. It can become very hard to deal with. Imagine going to work at the doctor's office and every person that comes up to you is just negative towards you and tells you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's different, it's both difficult, bro. It's both difficult.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one.
No, you're moving the goalposts. This is just one aspect. I hate having conversations with people because it's like, people lock in on one. Sorry.
Working at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or whatever Lacey is easier than a streamer. Yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas. You have to stay relevant.
You know what? You know what? Hold on, because you might be snapping. Streaming is harder than working at Panera. Right? Am I tripping? Let me think of everything that comes with it. Foot Locker. Streaming is harder than both of those jobs. Niggas be in Foot Locker on their phones. You don't even got to deal with the customers. Yeah, streaming is harder than Foot Locker. Streaming is harder than Foot Locker. Streaming is harder than Panera. Fuck yeah. What? Yes.
Talking about ideas.
He's snapping.
Okay, yeah, we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with, though? But it doesn't make. But you're not
pay.
even. You keep switching it. So why don't you answer my question?
I'm not switching anything.
You know, you 100% are.
You are.
How is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition?
That's true. That's true. And then when you start, I know I'm pausing a lot because this is just engaging and interesting. You won't make a single dollar for a very long time. You know what? The beginning of streaming is so fucking hard because everyone is against you. Everyone's telling you not to do it. Everyone's telling you it's stupid. You have to miss out on a whole bunch of shit. You can't have fun. You can't have friends. You can't do anything. You have to lock in on this thing and just pursue it full time. And 9 to 5 is just 9 to 5. These kind of things are all day, every day. Your thoughts, your like, you know what I'm saying? So it's fucking hard, bro. I'm not gonna go as far as to say it's harder than a 9 to 5, but it definitely is very fucking taxing, bro. It's very taxing. Absolutely, but manual labor isn't just one single thing over and over. Some it is, but most isn't. What I do, I always have to figure out what the next thing, I guess, don't qualify for a 5. Upset when streamers do what they want and still get paid. They're entertaining, but so I don't know. I'm gonna stop yapping. So that's the thing too. The entertainment industry, people see it as you just get behind the camera and you do shit, but what if I wasn't entertaining? What if I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing? Not everybody, I don't know. It's like a talent thing. And it's kind of like getting mad at NBA players for being good at basketball and being able to entertain people. You know what I'm saying? Like getting paid to play basketball. But at the end of the day, everything is hard as a struggle you decide to give yourself every day. That's facts. I think both are difficult, bro. That's me, bro. I think both are
That's
difficult.
the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that
difficult.
you need creativity. You need to get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like,
Oh, shit, I'm
this is
tripping.
good
My bad.
content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that you're
Absolutely, yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true. But you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't have
is
any
why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you?
That's the
truly-
whole-
You can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that. I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example.
Yeah,
Is harder than a streamer.
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense
hard
of everyday
physically,
activity. Because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, "Oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
Sometimes
And you
don't even
deal
go to
with
sleep.
yourself.
Wait, hold on. I ain't gonna lie. They were trolling, but this nigga is snapping right now. He is snapping. Snapping fingers. All right, I'm sorry, that was cringy. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's hard being a streamer because sometimes you say some stupid shit, and hopefully that doesn't get clipped and people make fun of me.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
when
of people.
you're creating that
Yes.
content and you have your phone,
Okay.
you're dealing with you and yourself and that.
But the it doesn't work unless the people fuck with it. Oh, I'm sorry for keep pausing. Let's just watch it. I'm
so what
sorry. I'm
happens-
sorry.
Not true.
And you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just
Hold on,
keep-
sorry. How do I find a game that would be good content? I want to start making YouTube videos, but I don't know what video game would be entertaining. It's not about the game, it's about you. I wish I had my... It doesn't matter what game you play, it's about you. City car driving is not a fun game. I made it fun to the point where everybody else thought it was fun. They bought it and realized it's not as fun as it looks. I made it that way. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to be the entertaining part. Don't look for something to entertain people. You be the entertainment. You feel me?
the business and he says, "Oh, we're not doing it anymore," you lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on the camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your
We have
shift
to do the same
and deal
shit.
with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours.
But it's not
you
just
are
the holding the
talking
camera,
and
though.
typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me out.
Go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
Why the fuck did he just leave?
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and
Angelina, whatever you say is correct, all right? 9 to 5 is harder. You got it. Okay, Angelina? I'm just playing.
I work as an executive assistant.
You're right.
I was an inpatient medical coder where the coding guidelines change every 6 months and you had the 98% accuracy on your codes, or you'll be writing up to the point where you miss bonuses and promotion. And it could lose your job if your accuracy didn't improve. 9 to 5 jobs are way harder than streaming, but also some jobs are easier than streaming. It just depends on the job. I was going to say, yes, it does depend on the job, because that sounds like Mission Impossible. What the fuck? You have to be right 98% of the time? Oh my God. I would never argue with you. But again, yes, it just depends. And like, you know what I'm saying?
You're right. She's right.
She's right. Yo, they said the same shit as me. They like me.
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. She's right. I'm not
Yo, we could be good friends. I like these guys. Shout out to just
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook.
She's gonna cry. She's
Fortunately,
gonna end up
I have
crying.
a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me.
fuck. I mean, really, I could pass as a girl. Like, I really could be like, I could change my ways. Period.
When I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental.
He looks like a Wii character. What was them shit called? Mii's? He looks like a Mii, a Nintendo Mii. Nah, hold on, bro. This nigga look like one of these. Wait, I gotta find a bald. Oh, of course I gotta find a bald. Hold on, bro. I know there's a picture of this. Hold on, bro. I know there has to be a bald dude with a beard. Drake? Why would you do that? Don't do that. Delete that. Somebody delete that. Don't do Drake like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Ice Cube? I can find Ice Cube before I find a bald white man with a fucking beard? All I'm looking... Relax. Calm down. Why am I yelling? They got fucking Bob Ross. All right, bro. Oh, close enough, bitch. This isn't... Nigga, cover his... What?
Get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how
Mr. Beast actually looks just like Mr. Beast. Here we go. Thank you, bro. Ooh. just in case like booty butt pops up on the screen or some shit, you know? All right, you know what? Fuck it.
Oh my.
Okay. All right. We're losing the plot. We're losing the plot. All right. He looks like a me. We got it.
hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14.
But you failed.
When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other opportunities.
You're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple. So you were saying like to go back to the beginning. You were saying like
Look at Jason. Look at Jason in the background. He's genuinely pissed off that she just said that. Hold on, bro.
Relaxation.
Look at the way you shaking his head, bro.
And have other
So
opportunities.
you're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple. So you were saying like to go back to the beginning. You were saying like, you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would have been able to do it without.
Example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off completely.
About to
myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9-to-5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system.
Damn, that's morbid. That's crazy. Fuck.
Across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't.
And that's the thing too, the grind, what he's about to say, I'm sorry, ADHD. The grind to that point is what they never talk about. Yeah, you can go to vacation and shit, whatever you want, but I couldn't always do this. Bitch, I was eating ramen and potted meat like Dream. And now I'm able to do that shit.
More than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was
You were in
losing-
the red every month.
I was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
you're
across the
focused.
country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
Fuck is you laughing at Aunt Jemima? No, wait, Aunt Jemima's black. All right, never mind. I'm gonna try again. Fuck you laughing at old woman from Courage the Cowardly Dog? What was her name? Eustace's wife? What was it? Miriam? Who fuck you laughing at? Miriam? All right. You know what? This is why I'll be saying streaming is harder than 9 to 5, because bitch, I can't think of shit to say.
I don't like why is she laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started.
He didn't hit the point I wanted him to hit though, because she said that it's like basically, oh fuck, I forgot.
Streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege? Before you
It's
go there?
privilege.
But wait, he moved and was broke. What the fuck?
It's
because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well,
So
at
do
15,
you.
16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What
take
is that?
9
That's
to
a whole
5.
different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
You were with your mom.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica. And
Doesn't matter about the specifics. It's
I
privilege.
was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose
That's not fucking true.
all your followers one day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say I
lose,
lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral
But that's-
videos. Even if people are hating on
that's
you and
not
shitting on you,
necessarily-
that's still adding to what goes
It's not how that works.
into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of $1,000s.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
Stupidity, bro. I told you she was gonna cry. Look at this me-ass nigga.
How you doing, bro?
Oh, he's gonna troll the fuck out of him.
Gabe, how we doing?
You don't look like a
Good.
Gabe.
So first
I
off-
just rolled over my own fucking toe on my fucking streamer chair. See, streaming is hard, bro. Physical pain. Do you not make money from your old videos? No. Okay, yes, obviously, but it's not gonna be enough to where it's residual and keeping me afloat. That's not how that works.
I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work.
God damn. Is that Beijing on his eyebrows, or are they really just that thick? I got thick ass eyebrows too. My whole life people used to say that, and I never thought they was thick. But god damn.
But you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job. You
don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure.
You don't, because this shit is 24/7. 365. You can't just not think about it. Like when you come home from your job, you can go home and watch Netflix and chill. You might have to clean the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's easy. I'm not saying that that's everybody's reality. But you don't have to worry about your job unless you're like an assistant or something. You don't have to worry about your job when you get home. This shit never stops.
Sure, it's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing. It's a weekly
I don't like
thing.
this
It's a
video. I don't
monthly
care what
thing.
anybody says. A 9 to 5 is harder. All
life
right,
thing.
I mean,
And if they
the
screw
Foot
up, they
Locker
lose
job
their
is harder
job.
than streaming, you think?
And they always have to be careful.
I want to argue so
because
bad, but I
if
can't
they
type fast enough.
do
I'll
something
pause it. We
weird,
can
they say
talk.
something weird to
It's not
their
an argument, by
coworker,
the way.
their
It's
boss,
just
they're gonna
it's
lose
a
their job.
debate.
If you lose some followers,
Wait, let me
because
see. I'm sorry. I might have listened to this bald-headed bitch.
clear, people have to wake up.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake
How
up
does he have a black beard and a gray beard and a black mustache?
and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing. It's a weekly thing. It's a monthly thing. It's a yearly thing. It's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you
This dude is only talking like this because he's been reported to HR because he is a fucking weirdo and he likes. Never mind.
lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have
Not true.
you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for
That's
you
not true.
as long as you're producing content.
Not true.
People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now. They get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time.
That's not true.
Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time.
So get a different
5
job.
times,
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you,
Yes.
you need to build that over years
Okay,
and years
okay.
and hours of
Okay,
trust
all right.
and communication
Sacrifice.
and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you. That
Look,
that-
the thing
you don't
is-
That's
just
a fact.
fall
It's not
into
just given.
a million
Right.
subscribers, 2
Of
million
course
subscribers,
not.
3 million
Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys. So
A little. A little.
a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever. But at the same time, like you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter
That's
what.
not true.
Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do? What
Well,
do
I'm
you
a
do?
college professor, so I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on.
He has a specific curriculum that he goes in and teaches every single day, and he probably smashes some of the students, and that's why he's in the position that he is, where he's complaining about saying weird things to his coworkers and shit. Because he be,
Bro,
We have to,
you already know what he's doing.
we have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to
You
take
know what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I
my
was
biggest argument is having a 9 to 5. You have to be there at whatever time someone says and stay until they say. A streamer, you can start whenever you want, stop whenever you want. You don't have a set lunch break. You can go eat lunch and stream that for real. That was my argument as well. I agree with that. I agree that having to be somewhere when someone says I can't do that, and that's why I think 9 to 5s might be harder. But I feel like this conversation isn't that streaming is harder. I feel like it's people saying that streaming is easy when it's not. I think that's the conversation. I don't really believe streaming is harder than a 9 to 5. But it is very fucking difficult. 100% is where you're coming from, but if that's your opinion is, I don't believe you had a real hard 9 to 5. Again, I might not qualify for a 9 to 5 person, but still, I think only some 9 to 5s are hard than streaming. If we broke down the different 9 to 5s and talk about it takes mentally, physically, it would be easier. What's harder, 9 to 5 or streaming?
Probably a 9 to 5.
Okay. Why?
Because like somebody has to like tell you what to do and shit, and you gotta do it, and it's like they basically have you by the balls, bro. You know, you can't do what you want, say what you want.
Basically. See, I agree. I mean, the conversation, I don't really truly believe the conversation is that people think streaming is harder. I think the conversation is people are tired of people saying streaming is easy when it's not. So, at no point is streaming easy in practice, but ideally, I should probably went to this dude's class so I could say ideally, it's easy when you think about the process, but when you think about the full thing it took to get there, it's years and years of just being ignored and being delusional and just having no sort of upturn while everybody else is all right, perfect example, bro. Everybody, while I was on my journey, I'm not able to fix my Lexus because I ain't got no money. Started driving my mom's car. I had to go get a job. Not hanging out with friends. Basically losing friends. Fucking.
Preach.
Bro, it's difficult. I'm not saying it's harder than a 9 to 5 because I worked a 9 to 5. I hated that shit. But I happened to work somewhere that I liked. I had to wash cars all day. Not that hard. But it's hard because you have to wake up every single morning and you have to do it every single day. It's hard. All right?
Talk
cool.
to the congregation.
But
bro.
the shit took. Actually, for me, it didn't even take that long. Because I'm him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying, like, come on, bro. Like, come on. But it did take a long time. And it's just, I don't know, the different things that you face while trying to do this shit is hard. It's really difficult. But 9 to 5 is harder, though. But you can't say streaming is hard because you're not at that point where you're traveling and you buying shit until you put in years of work. Again, while I was trying to say, while everyone is out partying and having fun and having funds to go shopping and buy clothes and buy whatever they want at that time, I'm wearing the same fucking clothes, not going out nowhere, not getting no hoes. When I was always getting hoes, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nigga, the money don't make me. I'm sorry. But you just miss out on a lot, bro. That's all. Anyway, my bad. This is a long ass YouTube video, ain't it?
Playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane.
There's so many people with failed streaming careers.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years, right? And then I'm like, okay,
what is that?
Call of Duty trick shot. You know what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old. It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years, right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years, right? And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then do streaming.
Okay.
So
with how many people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Nobody's helping him. He has to pay for that shit with the hard-earned blood, sweat, tears, cash. You know what I'm saying?
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was
it just you? Like
no. It was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was 13,
how did YouTube become so easy? Because a bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's what you did.
He thought he snapped. He thought the crowd was about to yell. Streaming isn't easy and can't remember anyone saying so to me, but a 9 to 5 can be the same for years without any progress. While streaming, if you grind for years, you will probably make it and do what you feel like as content after a while. I'm done making my point. That's not true for everyone, though. That's the small minority of people that happens for. There's people who have grinded. There's some of my favorite YouTubers have been grinding since I was a teenager and have still not crossed any sort of threshold. That's not what that means. You can put as much time in as you want. It doesn't mean it's going to happen for you. I'm a believer that anything is possible. I know this is directly going against what I like saying, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. You can put as many years as you want into it and it doesn't have to give you anything. You ever see a nigga that's 40 and he's still rapping? He never made it? The time you put in doesn't equate to anything. And the security of that job that you could put in work for years and not move up, that security is what they're mentioning in this video. But again, I'm not arguing with anybody because I think 9 to 5s are hard. I'm just arguing the point that streaming is also hard. Content creation is fucking hard. It is. It's not easy to entertain people, bro. It's not. And it never will be. Ever.
It didn't exist. You couldn't press play, you couldn't press record, and then just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on, then boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had to spend years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games in my spare time.
Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
Oh shit, she about to fuck shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared of this lady. She look like she's about to be really mean. She's gonna hurt my feelings, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm Vicky, and my
no, she's actually really kind. Never mind.
perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with
All right, I lied. She's mean. She's mean as fuck. I can't compete with a fucking a hair and makeup artist. You telling me I can't be as physical as a hair and makeup artist? You see, I'll be bouncing my ass in my chair. That's physically taxing. He's not wrong. FaZe is built off games. Okay, but how many people play games and record it and don't get views, bro? I can't agree with that point. What the fuck does that mean?
physicality.
Brother.
You guys
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
That's that argument I don't like.
Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear.
The one thing she forgets in the morning is to brush her teeth. I could tell, because I'm sorry, that's fucked up. All right, I'm talk about getting up early in the morning. Bitch, get up earlier so you can brush. I'm sorry, she's a real person. You shouldn't be saying shit like that. This is why nah, that's fucked up. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That's not okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around. Get up early in the morning.
I'm gonna be honest though. This might be crazy. I gotta think about it before I say it, or think about it after I say it to make sure I really believe it. Doing hair and makeup is not hard. That's not difficult. That's not the 9 to 5 we're talking about. I ain't gonna lie. That's not. No. Now I understand. Like, and she don't even be doing black people braids. That's what the fingers really hurt. All you gotta do is blow dry that shit and spray it with some oil sheen, and you good. I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Imagine if you fuck somebody's shit up. That's true. Thank you for holding me accountable, Chad. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just, that's not the 9 to 5 I'm talking about though. I'm talking about like doctors and like being in the oil fields and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Do a hair routine video? Never.
Stand on your feet all day.
That is hard. Okay,
Never
that's
sit
difficult.
down.
That's difficult.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
so
thing.
it's dangerous.
You big wrong. All right, my fault.
Your job isn't dangerous.
So
your job
is-
isn't physically
your thing is
taxing. You're just talking.
She said it's not dangerous. That's not true. We've heard of, I don't want to say it on stream, but you know, things happen. You know what I'm saying?
So bet, listen. So your whole thing. Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No,
physical.
but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a mic.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't. No one in here can.
Come on, man.
None of you could.
But you can
none
go
of
carry
you-
some
None of you could
hair and makeup.
physically
And you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You're
yes.
thinking of 4 days they had a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days they had a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have to
Hours
do
a day.
that.
And then your day is never
Yes, I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No, no.
all of the things
Wait.
that you use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When you're done,
Imagine these things.
Oh my God, this
Elgato? If I rendered my
Truck
video
drivers
videos
is hard
and
as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
edit
That's
the
hard.
clips without disabling and resampling.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlying argument here is what you do is physically
daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do
She doesn't
is
have a good
physically
argument.
more taxing and hard.
Shout out to Sam for the
than
10
what any
Mizzies.
of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing.
Oh my God.
You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so how many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
How many
any of you
hours
guys
a
ever do.
day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long I
day, 12
needed
hours a day
to. However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zone.
Stick drip.
Stick drip.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could
That's-
walk
but it's-
around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream.
Wait, what?
Recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
he
decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
Silky. In the career aspect, if you go out of college and study for what you want to do as a photographer, like it's also the same as trying to build up your followers and sponsorships. Because you're putting yourself out there now. Certain careers are fairly easy physically and mentally, and some are not. In some cases, I think it's somewhat the same because streaming is a career too. I agree with that, but the only flaw in that statement is the fact that now it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get a job when you're going through college and you're studying something. The same way it's not guaranteed that you're gonna ever get a sponsorship or followers. You know what I'm saying? Like the amount of time, again, it's more security. The amount of time, like for a doctorate, right? It's 10 years, right? You do that 10 years and you can go try to find a doctor job. I'm not saying you instantly become a doctor, but you can go try to find that Like, you have that security. Like, all right, I got my doctorate. You could do 10 years of content creation and get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's not. I don't know.
Nice to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who
She
you
looks like a
are.
librarian.
That you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and
I love her already.
have
I love
energy
her.
with
I
people.
love her.
Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're
False
across the
energy.
screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video.
Yes.
Who save lives every
Yes.
day, probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's
people that literally.
okay. Not like a doctor, but he's right. He's absolutely right. Because, okay.
Stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So, but I'm saying it's like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay. Now.
What kind of shit's going on?
Go to the club. You get to put some shades on and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this
No,
life.
that's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's what's
do what
happening
you do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people's
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many bands we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I think,
any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you
I
ever-
got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When
I
I'm
get what she's
watching
trying to
Wait,
say
did it make you
in
feel better?
person.
Then what make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and been like,
what's coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is fake.
right now.
Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay,
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now. Go
all
ahead.
right.
Yeah.
Come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Do you know? You're just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
So it's easier.
I'm a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had people
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my
Cartoon
life.
Network, Silky.
come up to
Cartoon
me
Network.
and say these things. So
Okay.
No! I wanted to hear the rest of that.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. Bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult
was.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your mom
loves
and
it.
say that your work is harder?
She tells
That
me
is
it's
so rude,
Nigga,
honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
she works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience.
He was like he's about to cry too. I don't like his hair either.
Break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You don't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get
single
judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got taxed. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Yeah, well.
okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just look at me.
Yeah, well.
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What are you doing today? We'll swap stories. What are you doing today?
He's like shaking. He's too into it, bro. Like I don't. It's making me uncomfortable.
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
you on his diesel.
You on his diesel?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No, listen.
I don't
listen,
like people like this. He's making me uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable. Oh my God, he's making me so uncomfortable. I can feel it through the screen. Pause.
I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them. No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my yeah.
He's got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
See him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool,
Silky got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrub something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m. I'm still probably thinking I got to do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
He
today.
already did
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
What?
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
What does that mean?
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
Wow.
Get this racist out of here. He has no social cues.
right.
Oh, you're back?
Wait, they really removed him?
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing?
Nah, when somebody doing that, like they spitting facts every single time. It doesn't matter.
That's helping other people.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
Jason is a fast rising Twitch streamer. No friend. I fuck with Jason. I met Jason and Silky in real life. They're real cool people.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck. No. I believe.
I think dreaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
I loved her.
I don't like why she keep like, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't like people that just because they struggle, other people's struggles are ineligible to actually be struggles. You know what I'm saying?
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Well, if y'all think 9 to 5 is so much harder, why y'all do it? That's a joke. I'm sorry. Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's literally a joke. All right, it's a fucking joke. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide. I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to
so
do.
you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I
touch.
was flipping
She's really into human touch.
burgers, I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But
two, three.
okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
What's the point of it being the
No,
choice?
that's my point. That's my point.
Streaming is harder
Was
than
that?
that's the
Yeah,
You
like
gave
what
up
the?
your girlfriend for streaming. Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a
That's the problem. You gotta make sacrifices. They don't understand.
He ran up a
You
bag.
did it for a
bag.
But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
Something
Legacy.
that I'm passionate about and motion. I pick motion.
I pick motion. This nigga's stupid.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Yes. Amazing name.
Lala Costa. That's her name. What does that mean? The choice I'd assume is why take the hate for people if you can't mentally take it. What you mean?
I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5,
I think being a lawyer is definitely harder than being a streamer. I ain't gonna lie. Cause like, it depends on what kind of lawyer you are. But if you're like a criminal lawyer, that's some scary shit.
that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because
what?
why? A 9 to 5.
Fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5, that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of.
You
started.
feel stuck.
I feel stuck. Yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it?
Mm.
Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if
Baby, stop.
thousands of you
Honey,
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah.
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
That was good. Yeah, literally. Like choosing to be a streamer while knowing you're mentally weak. Why would you do it if you know the hate is gonna get to you at the end? Well, some people don't know themselves, and some people don't assume it's gonna happen. Like you don't assume people are gonna hate on you, bro. Like you're not just gonna be like, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess that's a good point. That's a good point. But I don't think that people know that they're mentally weak. You know, not everyone is very in tune with themselves like that. And I don't know how to answer that question. That's a good one. That was a good one. He said no, it didn't make sense at all. So what? Don't do that. So the TV canceling thing didn't make sense. If y'all niggas stop watching Power right now, Stars is no longer gonna air Power, which means it fell off. If everybody stopped watching these videos right now, there's no more demand for it, which means it's not going to make any more money, which means it's done. It's over. That's the logic behind that. That's what he's saying.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
She said a what? Hey Jamal, hello to you too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do.
You get L's in your chat.
I'm not gonna lie. No, not for like certified jobs. Like they can't go in and do a fucking open heart surgery, but all of them niggas could go and work in Foot Locker. A Foot Locker nigga cannot stream. Just saying. Or successfully stream, should I say.
The probability of everybody
So you come back and they'll say, hi, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Y'all niggas have not been in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? That's a Trump picture of reality though. Anyone and everyone will hate on you at some point if you're successful or doing better than them. So I feel like they know it coming. No,
I can't speak for everyone. I can only really speak for myself. I knew that I would get hate, and I don't really get as much hate as I think other people do actually ever. So sometimes it does bother me, but I'm not mentally weak. And it doesn't have to mean that you're mentally weak for it to bother you. So it's just a part of your job, right? It's a part of what you do, the hate, right? You can't ever get rid of that. So I don't think anyone in the world is really unfazed by shit. Like sometimes some shit bothers you, bro. Like sometimes something that someone says. Am I still live? Hello? It says connect in the chat. Okay. At some point, somebody will say something to you that'll bother you, and that doesn't mean you're mentally weak. It just means you're human. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You bring up a good point. I don't really have the words to answer that.
Absolutely, your job is just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky.
Bitch, what? How did you become a model? You got lucky.
Trying to be an attorney is what to do.
You get L's in your chat.
The probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is just got lucky because you're a
Man,
gamer.
that's tough.
You got lucky. There's so many people
I
like
was
you out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So
Everybody's an influencer. God damn. So why aren't you one?
I'm not posting selfies around the world. You know, it's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual the
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I was
camera.
16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
You weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what should I study, what should I like, where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get.
I mean, she's not wrong. This is all luck. That doesn't. It's not. Oh man. Was that Rage Bait? He just told you he's a professional Call of Duty player, right? So I get it's gaming. I get it's a video game. It's whatever. It's a video game. It's not fucking. You know what I'm saying? It's just a video game. But he's actually talented at the video game, which allowed him to be one of the best at this thing. So how is being the best at something luck? I just want to know. You know? Are we saying that Kai Cenat is lucky? Is that what we're saying? We're gonna say that too. I don't really agree with that at all. But you know, that's your opinion, so I guess you know, you do you, but I'm being dead ass to blow up and have a following to back you is luck. Yes? Oh, you're being serious? Alright, cool. I mean shit. The more you try, the luckier you. Y'all think it's luck though? Like, really? Like, you think being able to entertain people and consistently keep them around is luck? Like, really? You'll hit a trick shot in a public lobby right now and clip it, and not anything against you. This is not an attack towards you, so don't take it that way. But you'll clip it and get no views. And even if you do go viral with that clip, that doesn't mean that people are going to stick around for your brand. You know what I'm saying? It's not a luck thing. And I really hope that you could switch your mindset a little bit about that, because it's not a luck thing, right? Like, to get on, to be seen, maybe it could be luck, you know? Like, let's say you walk into a set, you do something funny, and now everybody wants to know who you are. Cool. To keep that going, that's not luck, bro. I'll just prove it to y'all that I'm playing games and hitting cool shots ain't hard. That's not, I mean, when you, it's so subjective. Difficulty is subjective, right? Because and you're moving the goalposts, because playing the game and getting trick shots and playing the game and getting trick shots and becoming known for that and famous for that is two different things. That's not luck. Why is there a black dot on the top left of my screen? Oh, wow, that's racist. No, if people like your content, then the algorithm will push it to more people. Jay, this is going to be like a 2-hour video. Facts. I ain't going to lie. We might have to cut it up a little bit. I had a video that was a 5-second clip and it randomly got 300k views, and the vid that I spent 10 plus hours on 4 views. Luck has a factor, but you don't need to get big. You just proved my point, because that 5-second clip, and this is no offense to you, all right? This is not offensive to you. That 5-second clip that got 300,000 views didn't get you any further anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, algorithmically, you did something right. That wasn't luck. You just didn't know what you did right. You feel me? It wasn't luck. You did something right that you didn't know that you did right. Now, if you followed that structure and kept it going, that would have been what we call talent and like critical thinking. All right, cool. This worked. Let me keep doing this thing, right? Then, as you continue to do that, as you continue to build a following, that's not luck because people are coming to you because you're offering something to them. There's a talent behind that. You know what I'm saying? What is it? It absolutely did. I def got followers from that. But okay. Where are they? Again, no offense. Where are all those followers? And where's all your streamer money? And where's all your accolades? If it's luck, it should have just happened, right? A lot of people got to kill the ego with their conversations. People just want to win arguments and not actually learn. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Look how many people are going out their way to do what others are doing, and they're going nowhere. The people we don't know who've been grinding for years and we've never seen them before. I'm telling you, luck is more of a factor than people think. It's not luck, bro. Success is when preparation meets opportunity. All right. Now, if you want to call that opportunity part luck, then sure, whatever. But it's not luck. It's not luck, bro. If you believe in luck, I again, this is no offense to anybody. If you believe in like luck, I am what's the word I'm looking for? I just believe that you are like you don't have any hope. Like you don't believe anything. You think there's no way this can happen, so it must be luck. You know what I'm saying? I think that luck is actually skill and hard work. Thank you. It's not gonna just magically happen. Now, okay, there's like, you know, rappers that have become overnight successes and shit like that. But to keep a long sustained career, it's not luck. Maybe that initial spark can be seen as luck, but again, it's preparation meeting opportunity. I don't know. If you study the algorithms and make engaging hooks for videos and provide value in videos, it's not luck. Literally, because you studied it. It's a talent. It's a skill. Like, it's a fucking skill, bro. It's not luck, bro. I can't sit and tell you that my TikTok rise was luck and the fact that people wanted to go see more was luck. I can't sit and say that, bro. I can't. Because what I did initially was I learned something. I tried something. I learned from that thing. I figured out a way to capitalize on it. And then I cracked the code and I started doing it very often. That was talent. And then the talent to be able to keep people around. Like, I don't know. My bad. This is a long ass video. Nobody cares about this shit, guys. I don't know. Let's
Lucky, he put in hours.
That's what we do. It wasn't luck. Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think, you know, people who don't have a job, you know, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people?
Facts. So, all right. So you getting your job, you sitting in your resume, applying for a job and getting chosen, is that luck? It's not luck.
People of us could do this. No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss all of his hard work and all of his talent?
Is he the best?
I got four. No. Let me give you my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
Out of 300.
You're telling me
you telling me it's luck? You telling me it's luck?
That's pure skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky?
Facts.
Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a talent. They have a talent.
They had a
But
team. So what
you know how many talented people out there and don't get the chance? They don't get the
That's the fucking negativity about it. You know how many people and they don't get the chance. So because I got the chance, you're just gonna tell me that I'm lucky and it had nothing to do with my skill, right? All right, cool. Makes sense. Got it.
Bad at it?
I don't want to take
Michael
up his
Jordan
time,
and
so
LeBron
he's
are
not
lucky.
talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said.
You just said
What he did
I
to get
said
to where
a
he
lot
is.
of people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was just.
Ew. Lame ass nigga.
Why he laughing? Why are they laughing, bro? It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 of those I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah,
so that's not. I mean, if that's fucking,
stand on it.
If that's luck,
where's the luck at in that equation?
Again,
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
That's not luck, it's blessed.
Off of specific pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again,
I feel like that's just so dismissive when you say something is luck. Like it's.
And there's so many people that are very talented never get a shot because they don't do the right thing, they don't go the right path, they don't meet the right people. So there are so many even talented actors here, they never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck.
It's not luck. It's
saw an
preparation meeting opportunity. I make some money from YouTube and I didn't try for years, as some say, but it's just not my goal. Gaming and making viral videos isn't too difficult. Just gotta find what others aren't doing and try it. That's dismissive to what it actually takes to do that. That's not how it works. Just doing something that other people aren't doing and try till you make it. That's not how it works. There's people that are doing WWE stuff that have been doing it forever and it's not working, but that's something different than what everyone else is doing and it's not working. It doesn't just take that. It's not just that. You know what I'm saying? And again, this isn't offensive to you. I'm not personally attacking you or saying anything to you, but that sentiment of I tried or I didn't try and it's not my goal. Well, if it's so easy, why wouldn't you want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like if it's that easy, why wouldn't you just do it? You know?
And just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was
I
simply
did
just,
pause this video a lot. I ain't gonna lie. This is a long ass video. Yo, do it up.
This is what I want to do.
Bro, what I'm saying about
took
luck
me
is to the
8
people who
years
get
to make
seen
it a
and blow up
career.
at the start. I might not have said
Is
it
there
right at
something
first. That's okay.
Video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly, that's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying, though, you couldn't hop on a game
couldn't
and do
do
what
it.
I do.
You couldn't do it.
That's a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it.
Anything,
they could never do it.
anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
But because of what it is, they're trying to say it's not a skill. They're trying to say it's not a skill because it's a video game. But a skill is some. Okay, this isn't the definition of a skill, but for me, I'm gonna just paraphrase. A skill is something that not everyone can just do. You feel me? No matter what it is, right? Like, bitch, drinking a water bottle in one gulp is a skill, bitch. I don't care. That's something that well, maybe it's not a skill. Maybe it's just like a freak accident. I don't know, bitch.
Maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not think?
good
Do you
enough
not think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games.
It's not though. If you're doing something that new, if you're doing something new that people enjoy, you will get interactions. Can't just be new. Got to be new and entertaining. Which you are on beat with the game and socials. You can do it now. Okay, I believe in anybody can do anything. But when you, the way you're saying it is if it's easy, it's just not, bro. It's not an easy thing. You being entertaining is not easy. That's a talent. It's not easy, bro. Even scouting something new, that's not an easy thing either. That's a talent, having an eye for something new. So I'm not arguing anything with you. You're just trying to make it seem as if it's easy when it's not. That's it. Are you serious? But you're saying, oh, all you gotta do, find something new, entertaining, make clips, post it. That's it. You'll be viral. That's not how that shit works, bro. It's just not. The argument has gone nowhere.
You don't think
That's
it's
a fact.
talent.
You're just too old to understand.
That's I can't argue that because
y'all could never play
keep it
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist. His career. You look.
It's
at
a
this
brand
career
new
and
thing.
you
That's a
laugh.
fact.
Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist. So no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun.
It's not.
Like, that's okay.
But that's
You gotta
not
fight
like
back.
that's
You
not.
gotta fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Gabe, where's the Gabe at? Who that?
I'm Ronnie.
Oh, it's
This
Ronnie.
past-
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like, taking
We
it back
fall
to.
off.
I thought furlough was
That's
like in jail.
What? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
That's
rebuild.
not how that works.
If you get laid off, you get a
Yeah,
new
that's
job.
it's kind
okay.
of is it not the same concept? Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media. That's kind of an easy alternative." So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if you lose a
Easy
job,
thing, bro.
You just get another one?
No, you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views?
Went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good
Wait,
at your
he's
job.
waiting for.
Yeah, when cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well,
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this.
9 to
I go
5.
like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
But people play. Millions play
Wait,
video
stop
games,
saying
but
that.
there are very few people who are genuinely
I'm
gifted.
gonna hop out of here before I get banned. What?
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
What you ain't gonna say that it's gonna get you banned, bro.
Talent, what he does.
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
They have their opposable thumbs like so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
what?
Saying
This is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You could. You could. You could.
Perhaps.
You wouldn't even. You could.
That's not how that
You can
works.
qualify.
You could.
Not how that
What do you mean I
works.
wouldn't
You can't even find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing.
I'm
Like,
not
oh,
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
Is it me or does she
I
have
didn't say
really
it's a
fucking
talent.
small
I said
arms?
It's a skill. It's
I
a skill
should-
that
But
you can own and
how do
you
you
can
know?
master.
How do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours?
I think
part-
that's the conversation. Is just the dismissing thing, you know.
What
How
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah. What
so
does it take
She's
to be on
small in
that level?
general.
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work and editing and filming and constantly
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had
you
to
did-
put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players?
I can also put. I can circle back and give
Do you know how to
different
short launch
terms
pad?
from
When you're
my
trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't know
short?
No,
launch
I
it?
don't. But if I
Exactly.
want,
Excel sheet. We could do Excel sheet.
no, but exactly. I
They're
can
just
go-
talking. They're just talking game.
These
and
refreshes
As a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but
She's
if
a
you wanted to, you
babysitter?
would.
Babysitting's hard. Babysitting's hard.
If us four
Put on race.
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
But let me give you. If I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
if I wanted to, I would.
In 3 days.
So let's pay for her.
It's just the conversation is really just about like the respect for streamers and gamers and shit. That's really the conversation. I don't think streaming is harder than 9 to 5, but it's just like everybody likes to dismiss it as if it's just easy, as if it's just fun and games. But I think that's part of being a successful streamer is making it look easy, you know? Yeah, that's I just dropped the mic.
Whatever it is,
Okay,
give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
Give their final thoughts on if streaming is actually more difficult.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because
we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. And technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with cops. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. Yeah. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's just,
Okay, can I say something? And I want you to hold me accountable, all right? Let me know if I'm crazy. Okay, just real quick. I think, right, that, okay, this is going to sound crazy, but let me explain, okay? All right, this is going to be crazy. All right, just hold on. Being Kai Cenat is harder than working a 9-to-5. 1,000,000%. A bajillion%. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? Is that crazy? What 9-to-5? I'm not going to say a brain surgeon or anything, but like, that's not crazy, right? Being Kai Cenat is harder than working a 9-to-5, period. Most 9-to-5s, probably 70% of 9-to-5s. You got the 9-to-5s, that's crazy, but being Kai Cenat, that's way harder than working 9-to-5. And I just want to know, a lot of y'all saying I'm not crazy, cool, because I agree. Like, there's so many things like I'm not about to glaze, but you know, like, but he put himself at that standard. Okay, I get that, but wait, Kai Cenat now or before he blew up? Why before he blew up? The whole thing, the ride to where he's at, the whole thing. That might be true because of what's expected of him. Kai's schedule insane. He got off a Mario marathon with speed right into another marathon with AMP. Okay, so as long as we're on the same page. So when we're talking like Kai level, phase level, it's harder than a 9-to-5, all right? It is. Because that at that level, you're running a full corporation. You're running a full business with staff, employees, and you're at the head of that, and everybody's depending on you, and the audience is depending on you to entertain them, and you're at the peak, at the pinnacle, and you cannot fuck it up, bro. Another thing is, if I'm passionate about it, something is harder than 9-to-5, I'm going to pick it in a heartbeat over the 9-to-5 because my biggest fear is working a job I don't like, and on top of that, being paid. Exactly. I agree. Do you think Kai Cenat could be an audio engineer for top-level corporate events like I do? No, that's not what he does. That's not even the conversation. That's not the conversation. Audio engineering is hard, and that's a skill. That's a talent. That's, yes, especially proper audio engineering, that is hard as fuck because you actually have to have an ear for that shit. Like, you can't just do that, you know? So, he's still having fun, though? No. I don't think so. No. Not at that level. You're not having fun. No. I would say he's having fun, but behind the scenes, he's not having fun because he has 1,000,000 things to deal with. Everybody wants him. Everybody wants to talk to him. He doesn't know who's real, who's fake. And you can always say boo-hoo, but that's like real, that's real, like, that's not trauma, but that's real pain. Not pain. It's real, like a struggle. It's a struggle. You know what I'm saying? How long did it take Kai to get to where he's at now? And how long would it take a 9-to-5 to get where Kai is now? You can't get to where Kai is at working 9-to-5. You can't. And if you could, it would take your entire life. And it took Kai, I don't know how long it took, but it's about the amount of work he put in, the amount of creativity he put in, how he's thinking outside of the box. You feel me? So, you know, Kai got to manage his team, pay his taxes every year, come up with new events and ideas every week, constantly streaming. And you know that he can't, like, while he's streaming, he can't really think about shit. So all the things that he did, bro, that shit hard, bro. Oh, my point is streaming is harder than 90% of entry-level jobs, but once you get past that, no, streaming is not harder. 4 minutes, Red Lou, appreciate you. Streaming is harder than 90% of entry-level jobs, but once you, I would go to say like mid-tier jobs too. Now the high-level jobs, fuck no, all right? But what's a mid-tier job though? Like, what are we talking about? Okay, so I say this Kai is now at the point where he has so many connections now. He's such a known and popular figure right now. I wouldn't say it's too hard just because he can just ping pong random ideas. Now what he does is a choice too, because look at Queso. He streams to 50K, 70K people a day for most part. Only does desktop streams. It's a valid question though. Queso is amazing, right? Kai is at a different level socially. Like Queso is I might be like uneducated when I'm speaking on this, but Kai is global now. Like Kai is known everywhere. Queso is huge, but that's like two different, you know what I'm saying? And I guess you could choose what you want to do. That's a difficult topic to like. Kai just can't fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So he can't just do random ideas. You feel me? He can't. I don't know. I get what you're saying though. He has a lot of access, but he can't just do random shit. He has to do things that push the envelope. Not if I work. My bad. We didn't even finish the video. My bad, bro. I want to hear the rest of their thoughts.
I think.
So
My mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
That's how they ended the video. Rage bait. Okay, cool.